Shaykh al-Islam Taymiyyah rahmatullahi alayhi would say, Sa'adatul abdi an yusallima lil maqdur. The happiness of one lies in him submitting to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decreed. عجبا لأمر المؤمن إن أمره كله خير. The Messenger told us, the affair of the believer, the Muslim, it is amazing. Right? Everything that happens to him, it is good for him. If he goes for a hardship or a difficulty, he's patient and that's good for him. When things are going great, he's thankful and that is good for him. Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam is telling us, realize that, comprehend that, let that resonate with you, my brothers and my sisters. A lot of time what happens, when things start going wrong, right, we start sitting around feeling sorry for ourselves. Sahih. What did the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam tell us? To help us overcome this sadness. لا تقل لو أني فعلت كان كذا وكذا. Don't say, if only I did this and if only I did that. And no. Say, قدر الله وما شاء فعل. Allah decreed this, get up and keep it moving, my brothers and my sisters. Again, from the names of Allah, right, is what? Al-Hakim. أليس الله بأحكم الحاكمين. Isn't Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the most wise, my brothers and my sisters? Everything happens for a reason, whether we see the good in it or not. Shaykh al-Islam Taymiyyah rahmatullahi alayhi mentions, أن الله عز وجل لا يخلق شرا محضا. There isn't anything that Allah creates that is purely evil. Nothing. It is what? Subjective, he says. Right? It is subjective. Depends how you look at it. You could put a positive spin on everything. Allah is all wise, my brothers and my sisters. How many a time, my brothers and my sisters, and I love using this example, have we been in a position where we so desperately wanted and wished for Princess Charming? You really desperately wanted her, and you did everything in your capability, in your power to secure her, but it just didn't happen. Right? And to make things worse, your best friend comes along and he snatches her from under your nose. Does it happen? Without a shadow of a doubt. I'll tell you guys a similar story, right? There was this brother who's really badly wanting to marry the sister. The wedding day is getting closer and closer. And then guess what? He sees her sister walking past, falls in love with her, drops the first. What did she do? Because she was so overwhelmed with hasad, she went to a sahir, a magician, in order to carry out a magic spell. فَيَتَعَلَّمُونَ مِنْهُمَا مَا يُفَرِّقُونَ بِهِ بَيْنَ الْمَرْءِ وَزَوْجِهِ. Or between two loved ones. She couldn't bear it. Right? And even if you look at, subhanAllah, my brothers and sisters, this issue of hasad, it's actually a problem with Allah Azza wa Jal that you have when you envy another. Right? Allah gave him all of these blessings, you're envying it, you're asking, why does he have it? Why am I going through this? Right? What did Imam Shafi rahmatullahi alayhi mention in some lines of poetry? أَلَا قُلِّ مَنْ كَانَ لِي حَاسِدًا أَتَدْرِي عَلَى مَنْ أَسَأْتَ الْأَدَبِ. Say to the one who's showing you envy, do you really know who you've disrespected? أَسَأْتَ عَلَى اللَّهِ فِي حُكْمِهِ إِذَا لَمْ تَرْضَ بِمَا قَدْ وَهَبْ. You have disrespected Allah Azza wa Jal by questioning and contesting that which He has chosen, because you weren't pleased and satisfied with what Allah Azza wa Jal decided to carry out. Right? My brothers and my sisters, الرضا أو التسليم بقضاء الله وقدره, to submit to what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has decreed. One thing that is really going to affect you, my brothers and my sisters, in being satisfied with what you have, because the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam gave us a very important principle. He said, انظروا إلى من هو أسفل منكم ولا تنظروا إلى من هو فوقكم. Look at those who are less fortunate than you. Look at those who have less than you. Don't look at those who have more. What will that lead to? It will lead one to becoming more and more thankful to Allah Azza wa Jal. Right? It will lead one to become more and more thankful to Allah Azza wa Jal. Even the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in another hadith, وَارْضَ بِمَا قَسَمَ اللَّهُ لَكْ تَكُنْ أغنى الناس. Be satisfied and content with what Allah has chosen or distributed for you. You are going to be the most richest of people, meaning that contentment that you're going to have. And because of you, my brothers and my sisters, right? Because he's saying, right, Unduru, look at those who have less than you with the eyes, and that will cause you to become content. And because we are not, my brothers and my sisters, doing that, and we're looking at all of these famous artists and celebrities online, what did I mention right at the beginning about depression? Right? It is at an all-time high. And you know where it stems up from? Or you know what the root cause is, guys? Because of what young people and elders as well, but the youngsters, this is the most shocking part out of all of this. Their depression is at an all-time high. And it keeps going through the roof. Not lowering your gaze at that which you look at. Many people think, my brothers and my sisters, that you only lower your gaze, right, when it comes to looking at the opposite gender. Sahih? What do you guys think? Should you only lower your gaze when it comes to the opposite gender? Is that it? Today, not just the opposite gender. The same gender as well. Naam. Because of what it's leading to. But putting all of that to the side, what am I referring to, my brothers and my sisters? The study is based on interviews with almost 11,000 14-year-olds, guys. 11,000 14-year-olds, they were polled, who took part in the Millennium Cohort study, which is a major research project in the children's lives. Look what it concluded, and my brothers and my sisters, this is what, from back in 2015, 7 years ago. Now you can multiply it, wala haraj. It found that many girls spend far more time using social media than boys. And also that they are much more likely to display signs of depression, right? Due to their interactions on platforms such as Instagram, WhatsApp and Facebook. This is all before TikTok. Now you have 1 billion of the world population that is on TikTok. Almost 40% of girls who spend more than 5 hours a day on social media, they show symptoms of depression. Most girls with depression are unhappy with their appearance and 2.5 times more likely than boys to be dissatisfied with their weight. All because they didn't lower their gaze when looking at all of these girlies. And all of these celebrities that are idolized and popularized and portrayed as the ideal woman of how a woman should look like. Am I wrong to say that, brothers and sisters? I tell sisters, stop following these celebrities. Likewise, brothers, stop following these celebrities and all of these other guys who are flashing their dunya. You're looking at it and you feel like you're missing out. I don't have it. So what does he do? He goes and starts doing haram in order to acquire the glitters and the glamours of this world. People are taking out haram loans because what? He visited a house that is so nicely built. I don't have it, but he does. Let me go and take out that haram loan. ولا تمدن عينيك إلى ما متعنا به أزواجا منهم زهرة الحياة الدنيا لنفتنهم فيه. Allah told his Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam to lower his gaze from what? From the dunya, guys. You're constantly looking at it and you're feeling, right, sorry for yourself. I don't have it, he has all of that. And that causes you to become so ungrateful. Why does he have it? Why don't I have it? At-taslim lima qaddarahu Allah azza wa jal, brothers and sisters. To submit and accept what Allah azza wa jal has chosen for you. Go and look at all of those masakeen. Those poor people in places like Syria and Turkey, guys. And the rest of the world. And what they're going through. Right? Allah musta'an. Allah is a sad state. Really, really a sad state. Those statistics at the beginning, they were terrifying, guys. That scares me of how they will be growing up. Especially with this happening to the children. That 15-year-old child that I mentioned right at the beginning. And a lot of the time, brothers, it stems off, and the root cause is what we keep on looking at. Stop following these guys.